Are you struggling with drag and drop functionality in your Angular tables? It can be really frustrating when resizing columns feels impossible. If that sounds like you, stick around because today we're going to solve this issue together. I totally get it. You want to use Dragula for drag and drop, but the whole column width being draggable makes resizing a nightmare. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges when combining these functionalities. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user asked how to use ng2-dragula and the Angular resizable element on the same table columns. They shared their HTML code and described their struggle with resizing. Sound familiar? Let's dive into the solution. So what's happening here? When you try to resize a column, the entire column width is draggable, which interferes with the resizing action. This is a common issue when integrating drag and drop libraries with resizable elements. And don't go anywhere. I have a fantastic workaround that will make your columns both draggable and resizable without any hassle. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. To address the user's issue with resizing columns while using Dragula, we need to adjust the HTML structure slightly. First, the user should ensure that the resizable element is wrapped in a container that allows for proper resizing without triggering the drag event. Next, the user should modify the Dragula configuration to prevent dragging when resizing. This can be achieved by adding a condition to the Dragula options that checks if the mouse is over the resizable edge. Now, the user should implement a way to detect when the user is resizing. This can be done by setting a flag when the resize event starts and resetting it when the resize ends. Finally, the user should test the implementation to ensure that resizing works as expected without triggering the drag and drop functionality. They can do this by trying to resize the columns and observing the behavior. Fun fact, did you know that the first drag and drop interface was created in the 1980s? It's amazing how far we've come, but some challenges still remain. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user faced a similar issue and proposed a solution involving event handlers. They suggest creating separate handlers for both the resizable and draggable modules. By stopping event propagation, they can ensure that both functionalities work together without conflict. This user also noted that the problem arises from the different positioning methods used by the two modules. The user implemented their own draggable functions, which simplified the process. They created a temporary box for dragging and added event listeners for mouse actions. They also included boundary checks to ensure the dragging stays within limits. This approach allows for better control over the resizing and dragging functionalities. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative approach suggested by a user involves using the moves method in Dragula. This method allows you to specify a certain region for dragging, which can help avoid conflicts with resizing. Here's a pro tip. Always test your drag and drop and resizing functionalities together after making changes. This will save you time and headaches down the road. And there you have it. With these adjustments, your columns should now be both draggable and resizable. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button for more tips and let us know in the comments how it worked for you.